All right, everyone. Thank you for making time today. I know everyone's schedule is packed. That's why I appreciate with you being here. As always, straight to the point. We are enjoy to the flexibility of our hybrid work model. Being able from home and from different location has been great for productivity and work-life balance. This part is not a problem at all. And the challenge is what's happening behind the scenes. From IT side, my team is basically fighting with a fire every single day. I'm dealing with phishing emails hitting people's home networks. And we are saying the teams use tools we are now approved simply because it's faster and easier. And the company data is now spread everywhere laptop, cloud app, emails, and personal device. This is old idea that clear security boundary is gone, and there is no longer a single office device. The network can lock down and protect. People are working from everywhere, and the doctors knows that. So we talk about the tools and technology. I want to hear from you first. And what are the biggest pinpoint right now and the worries is the most if we don't change anything?
Honestly, from the finance perspective, my biggest nightmare is the waking up for the one day and seeing our company's name in a data breach headline. I mean, I'm not just talking about the obvious stuff like the regulatory fines of the cost of the fixed system after a check. Those are painful enough. What really scares me is the long-term impact in our losing customer trust and to continue to damaging our parent and investors, questioning our risk management. That kind of damage does not show up or immediately on a balance sheet, but it can hurt the companies of years. At the same time, so we have to be very realistic here and looking at our operating expenses every single day. We cannot just say the security is important and to approve every expensive solution that comes along without asking the hard questions.
I think the title gets that highlights like that they are nightmares, but wait. Hold up a sec. Before you overthink the ROI stuff too much, let me jump in. My big point is the human side. You know, if we roll out some security to that super correctly slows everyone down. First title investigate. We are just creating a whole new problem. Employees will title creative moment like if our field sharing is blocked, they will just use their personal Dropbox or just password on sticky notes. Thus we risk than not having a tool at all. Any solution we pick has gotten keep employees in mind. Usability isn't some nice to have. And it's actively security requirement. If people don't want to use it, they won't. And all that money you are worried about spending at least.
What about me? I think I different for other part because I have my team. But you see, all of I think is totally fine. I want my team to work faster, and I need more cash and more capital. That means I need more money to because I have to try the stuff to master tool like the Word, PDF, FPSS, and sometimes I need to give him the presentation with PPT. So I don't want to get I want to get the VIP access, but this one I need to cash, because I don't want I need my staff to use the PPT, PDF. I will clear. clicked. I will be delayed by exact 5 seconds, or I will have to go through 2 minutes login to again process every hour. That's very slowly our work. So what we need to do the speed and the security. Not security through the observation. Besides, what about the in our stuff and the third party development? How they supposed the integrate into the statement? I don't think that my team can building report with the three part quickly, and that will be learn many problem like the um, discussing how to development project with the divide up text properly. Yeah, that's all
Um,
of I want to say.
okay. To be honest, our compliance to-do list is already way too long, and there are three non-negotiable. First, we have got to stick to those strict data residency rules. Know exactly where data can't live. The GDPR for our EO team, their personal information protection is zero flags, plus all those industry specific rules, no one of which we can skip. And here's is my big worry. What if the new tool make compliance worse instead of better? So first, hard requirement, it has to give us super clear logs. We need to know exactly who access what data, when, and from where. No vague records, no missing details. Every single thing needs to be spelled out. Also, like Dashan mentioned earlier, people may use approved tools if things are too much of a hassle, and that is a compliance risk right there. So the tool needs to lock down our data tight. No links to unapproved apps, no data going to banned regions. Plus that external access issue like party developers everyone has talked about. That is already a huge compliance mess for us. The new tool has to let us control outside access. Otherwise, our team cannot keep up with compliance at all.
Okay, fantastic. This gives us a clear framework, cost, usability, and productive and complaints. This umbrella philosophy addresses a zero choose. Instead of to be verified, it's never trust, always verify. Is every access request is treated as a potential hostile, regardless of its come from.
Mm, I have heard about the zero trust before, and conceptually I like it. It sounds the comprehensive and well thought out. But the from where I sit, it also sounds like a big transformation. So I need to ensure we just want to be clear one thing. Are we talking about the tearing down and everything we already have and rebuilding from the scratch? Because if in this case the cost and the distribution and the risk during the transition are things we really need to think carefully about this. I'm not saying no. I just need a clear. If this is a long-term journey instead of a big bang change, that makes the conversation very different for the finances.
Okay, this is something cannot change overnight. It is a journey and not a flip or switch. And we don't need to rebuild and everything at once. And honestly, what would be risky anyway? The smart move is to start the biggest and more urgent problem first. Secure and remove access. And that's what most our explosive is right now. And this is can get a quick improvement.
About this part, I think I can see the example. Once time I use VPN in China to access Malaysia, the network feel like the internet is air with the point single in Malay, and the speed is very slowly. I think I transfer already be finished, but I see the message after 5 minutes later. So there are episodes posting up all the time, and I also worry about my internet and my message will be uh about somebody to attract. So this is big problem.
Uh, exactly. As a modern alternative is ZNTA, Zero Trust Network Access. So think of it creating individual secure microtunnel to specific applications, not a whole network. So you can get a tunnel that only to GitHub, another only to AWS console, and so based on your identity and context.
Uh, so I think the ZTNs sounds way smarter. Only talos for what you need. I think it's so nice, but how's it feel to use? Actually simple, or just another hassle that slows us down. Usability is still key, right?
The experience for users can actually be a lot cleaner and simpler than what we have now. With ZTNA, it often works together in something called identity provider and a single sign-on. Basically, the system know you who you are and who allow to access. So instead of the connecting to a VPN that hurting for apps you need, and the employee just log into the central portal, and it might be to enter a code on your phone and uh, do a quickly extra step for security and multi-factors for authentication, and there's a list of apps and a lot to use.
I think this is a huge win for our compliance team. We have finally addressed a key pain point that have been on our radar for a while. The best part is that access is now fully policy driven, meaning we get to call the shots on exactly who can access what and under what conditions. For example, we can get set a clear rule like this: only let people access the financial system if they are using a company issued device, logging in during regular business hours, and connecting from one of our approved countries. And the cherry on top, the system tracks every single access attempt, whether it's approved and goes through, gets blocked for not meeting the rules, and compiles it all into a clean, easy to read log. No more shifting through messy, incomplete records, and every detail is laid out clearly, which makes checking compliance or investigating any unusual activity is a total breeze.
I really agree what the person is saying, because I think this is exactly the tension we are trying to manage in the security, the versus productivities. From the finance point of my view, the productivity is also a hidden cost. If everyone is waiting a few minutes every hour just fighting the system, that to real money very quickly. So for myself, the question isn't cheap security versus expensive security. The real question is, does the solution help people work more efficiently and or reducing or risk? If it only reduces risk but slows everyone down, then we are just paying for a different kind of loss.
That's a pretty good question. That layers to endpoint security. We can move beyond the antivirals to EDR or a just border of cousin XDR. And this software doesn't just scan for known virus and is behavioral and analytic. And if a device suddenly start encrypting files of becoming a stranger server, is isolated immediately.
Yes, you're right. I personally think we got to buy title upfront with the employees about this monitoring stuff. No beating around the bush. The policy needs to spell it out super clear. This is only for protecting company data on their devices, not snooping on their personal stuff like emails, social media, or whatever they do on their own time. And we definitely need a smooth communication plan for this. Maybe a quiet town hall, a simple FAQ dot, or even manager check-ins. If we are weak about it, people I gotten get worried about of the distrust the two, and they will just make them wanna walk around it instead of using it properly. Being transparent from the start keeps everyone on the same page and reduce unnecessary pushback.
Uh, this part is for me. So Dashan, I think we don't care about this price. I think as long as the useful don't care about the poor or network connective and very few them my divided and I think it's real good and the purchase it will be better than and for the campaign stuff software attract or having some of the information copy to other review campaign. So speed is bad, more money is big debt to me. So high price should be borrowing a better service and a stronger security for campaign information and overusing the process.
Okay, I think it's very preciously. Now, there is a framework that puts much of this together. SASE, Security Access Service Edge, and it's a cloud delivery service that combines ZTNA and the firewall as a service, secure web gateway, and the data loss prevention into a single and funded platform.
The one vendor and one contract could actually simplify the things to a lot of from a finance perspective. It means we feel superior to manage the cleaner accountability and more predictable over time. That makes the budgeting and the long-term planning much easier and compared to paying for the multiple separate tools.
Yeah, but also negative code app should be mean better performance well done and right. And that's why we don't have the spend data and back to when we need to process. We just need to a near close service. Simple, simple like when I use Touch and Go in China, my money transfer normal for the Malaysia campaign. I will be about 4 or 5 seconds slowly, but because I need long discussion market to the processing, bet more the health. But we should, if we have the code technology, we can set up the code service in China. That data can be processed stories here, which service so the 4 or 5 second, right?
Yep, correct. And the trade-off is more comprehensive. Or in commitment, it might be more than we need right now.
All right, let's break down our options. We have got 3 points we can take here. Start small with a ZTNA SSO project. Let's fix our remote access issues first. Size a big pay point for everyone. We have will root out zero trust network access and single sign on together. This way, remote teams can log in easily but securely. No more messy access headache. Second, add strong EDR protection to the mix. Once we have got ZTNA SXO up and running, we can layer in a solid 8-point detection and response tool across all our devices. This will let us keep an eye on every laptop, desktop, and endpoint, catching and fixing any security threats before they blow up. The last one is go all in on SASE for the long run. If we are thinking about the bigger picture, we can skip the piecemeal approach and go with a full SASE solution. It's a unified system that combines network and security tools in the cloud. So it will grow with the company and cover all our base down the line.
Exactly. So we can split this into two phrases. My main concern is that lazy Joe and young Duchess might be swept in with too much work. And the first one, we will run a polite program that combines zero trust network access and a single sign-on, and for or to five of our and more critical workflow and applications. And first two, we will roll out the latest endpoint detection and response across the company management device. And this way, the issues pop up, we can communicate clear with the relevant department. We will aim to deliver quick result with 6 to 12 months. We can use the data for to freeze and detect it if SASE is right the long-term solution for us.
I support the pilot approach. It can place the together and what we discuss today, and to reduce the risk, and like we see the protecting the productivity and making sure the tools is actually useful. So we can start with light help to control the cost and the valuable rate ROA based on the data and not assumptions. If it works, I think the clients can confidently support the next the phase.
Yeah,
So, you want to say something?
no, you can see. You can first.
Okay. So this part, if you say this one, so I can start first because I start with our code app, means that my team can expect the service as soon as the possible. If any issue come up, I can just with my team fix them, and before the project finish, our staff can once building this app, and we will also attract use that because we need to use this app in our daily work. Yep.
Yeah, but I think we need to policy first is such as a good car. We can get real feedback from employees who actually use it. I run out any kicks before rolling it to everyone. We better than dumping is on the whole team and dealing with companies or people struggling. Plus, getting their input early makes feel hard. They will be more bound later.
And it allows us to test and refine our access policies on a smaller scale, ensuring they are complete before broadening.
Okay, perfect. We're aligned, and the draft of proposal of ZTNA and SSO highlight is this clear success metrics on the security, cost, and user satisfaction. Let's reconvene in 2 weeks and review shortlist for vendors. And thanks everyone. This is how we build security enable work rather than blocking it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all of we want to say something.
Okay,
Okay, that's all, bro.
Okay.
that's all.